Hey there, how's it going? Jeff Diamond. Welcome to another Sports Catastrophe. On this day in 2002, the start of one of the biggest boxing trilogies of all time happened. It was Mickey Ward against Arturo Gatti. These two golfers, yeah right, boxers, were battling each other. Mickey Ward, at his prime, was 5'8" and he was a light welterweight. 38-13 lifetime was Mickey Ward. He took on Arturo Gatti, who unfortunately passed away in, I believe, 2011, if memory serves me right. 2009, okay. Arturo Thunder Gatti, who was 40-9 lifetime. But, these guys would battle each other tooth and nail. This was the first fight, May 18, 2002, when Ward and Gatti would face each other. In the 9th round, Ward took out Gatti by a big knockdown. Well, no, got a knockdown, and then Ward won a majority decision. So after the majority decision, Mickey Ward and Arturo Gatti both had to go to the trauma center. And it was huge. This fight was actually named the Ring Magazine Fight of the Year for 2002. The two agreed to an immediate rematch. And then in November, Gatti got it back, knocking down Ward in the 3rd round. That key knockdown was huge because Ward still fought, but Gatti had to give it his all. Gatti actually paid tribute to Ward's tenacity, saying that, "I used to wonder what would happen if I fought my twin. Now I know." And then they decided to fight again. For the 3rd straight time, these two would fight each other, but not like, have any opponents in between. But anyway, the fight was back and forth. Ward knocked down Gatti. And thankfully, Gatti was saved by the bell, meaning that he couldn't be counted out. Gatti was able to come back and fight by unanimous decision. Both men needed a trip to the hospital. And the 2003 fight, the 3rd straight fight, was actually the Ring Magazine Fight of the Year. So Mickey Ward, for the 3rd straight year, after he defeated Emmanuel Burden in the 2001 Fight of the Year, he got 3 straight Ring Magazine Fight of the Years. The first fighters since Rocky Marciano and Carmen Basilio did so in the 1950s. The 3 fights would give Mickey Ward $3 million. So anyway, Mickey Ward from Boston, Irish Mickey Ward as they call him. He is a part owner of a boxing gym and an outdoor hockey rink in Lowell, Massachusetts. He's married to his longtime girlfriend, who's a former athlete himself. And Ward actually said he was sexually abused as a child by a friend of his trainer, Dickie Eklund. It was 3 years. That's what happened. The friend of Eklund was actually named the Hammer. And Ward would actually beat Hammer in an amateur bout by unanimous decision. But, the movie, Mickey Ward's comeback and rise to fame after an accident was in the feature film The Fighter, starring Mark Wahlberg, who was Mickey Ward, and he was nominated for the Golden Globe for Best Actor. They tried to get The Fighter 2 working because of the whole Ward Gatti trilogy, but that didn't work out so well. Anyway, Fight Night Round 3, the game for the PS2 and Xbox, had Ward and Gatti on the cover, which was a nice game. I think I have that one, right? I don't know. I think I Ward, as a professional, was 27-1 by knockout. He only got KO'd once, and that was by. It was DQ'd by Vince Phillips in August of 1987. So he did his job. It was okay and all that. So anyway. Got the Mickey Ward side, I think. Arturo Gatti about his trilogy. He split two 10-round decisions with Mickey Ward. And of course, June 7, 2003, it was huge. Gatti actually broke his twice prepared right hand when he struck Ward's hip bone with a body shot in the fourth round and dropped his arm. Somehow, in some way, he managed to win that fight by unanimous decision. Gatti got better in a sense, and then decided to retire. In 2007, being TKO'd by Alfonso Gomez, but he decided to stop it. It was a slugger. Unfortunately, though, he was found dead in a hotel when he was on holiday with his Brazilian wife and 10-month-old son. Gotti's wife was initially charged with murder because it was a homicide. Unfortunately, because of the autopsy report, it was a marital suicide, and the charges were dropped, obviously. Gatti had previously attempted suicide in 2006. It was just shocking. All that. People say that Gatti was murdered and all that. People said he died by suicide. The Quebec coroner said that Gatti actually assaulted his wife in public, and the injuries to the back of his head were because Gatti was fighting passersby who tried to intervene. So, yeah, it was by suicide and all that. It was on the day of his sister's wedding that Gatti died. But Gatti tried his best. He's still a good Canadian fighter. I mean, I love him and all that. Unfortunately, killing himself, it just didn't work out. And Gatti killed himself. Not good. Anyway, the trilogy still can't be denied. It was a great fighting. I mean, the only good trilogy I can think of off the top of my head is Frazier Ali. But yeah, still. Ward and Gatti. And the book, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this and not listening to it, it's a good book. Pick it up sometime. Anyway, I'm done having to do.